Hi everyone, welcome to rachelpichleryoga. If we haven't met before, my name is Rachel and today we're keeping things short and sweet. We're going to focus on the lower body, so you're going to need just a little bit of space to move, and let's get started. So let's begin today in butterfly. So you can bring the soles of your feet together, let your knees come out wide. You can decide how far you want your feet to be from your hips. Maybe bring your hands to the floor behind you, push into your fingertips, lengthen your spine. Feel free to close your eyes at any time. Taking a nice big breath in, big breath out. Do that again, nice deep inhale, and let it go. And one more, nice big breath in. And maybe as you breathe out, start to tip forwards. Maybe bring your arms, your hands in front of you. See how far the chest wants to tip forwards. Maybe let your head be a little heavier. Feel the love through your hips. Take a breath. And then use an inhale to slowly rise back up. Bring your hands to your knees and bring them together. Give yourself a little hug, a little rock side to side. We're going to make our way into tabletop onto our hands and knees. Spreading your fingers nice and wide, tuck your toes under. Take a big inhale and exhale, downward facing dog. Taking a moment here. Maybe pedal your feet a few times. Kind of stretch the ankles, the calves a bit. Send your hips high. Let your head be heavy. And then start to walk your feet together, big toes touching. We're going to lift our right foot up. Just rest your big toe on the back of your heel, your ankle. You can lift your left heel nice and high to start and then try to drop it down. Maybe even lift your toes, push into the ball of your foot. Try to connect your heel to your mat or get it as close as you can. Stretch that calf, that ankle. You can be nice and light through that right foot resting on your left foot, but it's just kind of guiding your heel down. Nice job, you guys. Uncross your foot, plant the right one, lift the left. You can lift your right heel nice and high, and then try to drop it down. Maybe lift your toes. Breathe, push into your palms a little bit more. Bring your chest towards your foot, sending your hips a little higher. Push into the ball, the heel of that right foot. Nice job, you guys. Slowly uncross your feet. Plant the left one next to the right. Take an inhale and look forwards. Exhale, walk your feet to the top of your mat. Inhale for a half lift, nice long spine. Exhale to fold forwards. We're going to plant our hands and take our left foot back into a lunge. So lower your knee down, rest on the top of your back foot. You could roll your mat over if you'd like. You can keep your hands down or you can lift them up and rest them on your front knee. Soften through your shoulders. Find that nice left hip flexor, the top of that quad. Sink into your lunge. Nice job, you guys. Just one more inhale if you are lifted up through your chest, and use the exhale to bring your hands back down. Heel toe your foot to the left. Lay down the shin, set up your pigeon. Maybe scoot your foot closer to that left hip. Take an inhale, lift through the chest. Exhale, tip forwards if you'd like. Bring your chest down, soften your shoulders. Don't overthink this. Just feel the love through the right leg, through that outer hip, that glute. Just let your chest get a little heavier if you're tipping forwards. And we're only going to take another breath or two before we move again. Of course, you could stay for just a moment longer if you wanted, but let an inhale eventually bring your chest back up. Plant your hands, find your downward dog. Push yourself all the way back into downward facing dog. Walk your feet together. This time lift both of your heels nice and high, and then try to drop both of them down. Maybe lifting your toes. Your heels might not touch the floor. That's completely fine. Just think about bringing them as close as you can get. Push into the balls of your feet, and then push into your palms. Send your hips a little higher. How do those calves feel? Those ankles. Let's use an inhale, gaze forwards. Exhale, walk your feet to the top of your mat. Inhale for a half lift. Long spine, fire up those hamstrings, maybe lift your toes. Exhale, folding. Plant your hands, right foot's coming back into your lunge. Let your knee come down. Switch to the top of your foot. Sink those hips forwards and down. Stay low through the chest, the upper body, or lift. And soften the shoulders. And maybe roll your mat over if you forgot and your back knee is asking you to do so. Breathe. Nicely done, you guys. Take another inhale. Let the exhale bring your hands back down. You can slowly heel toe your foot over towards the right. Lay your shin down. Scooch that front foot a little closer to your right hip if needed. Take an inhale to lift through your chest. Exhale, folding forwards and relaxing completely, which is way easier said than done, but just soften. Take a deeper breath in, out. And resist the urge to hold your chest up. Just let it get heavy. Just one or two more breaths here in your pigeon. And letting an inhale bring you back up. Planting your hands, finding your downward facing dog. One more time. Just keep your hips hip-width apart this time. Push into your palms. Try to still drop the heels, maybe even lift the toes. Send your hips higher. Take one last inhale. And as you exhale, lower your knees down to your mat. Cross your ankles, have a seat. Bring your legs in front. So you can have a bend through your knees or have your legs fairly straight. Maybe point your toes up. Find a long spine. Your hands might come to the floor behind you. Feel free to close your eyes whenever you're ready to do so. Take a nice big breath in and out. Another big breath in and out. One more nice big inhale. And this time with the exhale, you might fold forwards. Let your arms move beside your legs or on top of your legs. Maybe continue to point your toes up towards the ceiling. Any discomfort through the low back, let's take an inhale to lift the chest and lengthen the spine again. And with the exhale, reach a little further forward as you melt it down. Opening up through the low back. Feel the length through the legs. Maybe let your head get a little heavier. Soften your shoulders. Nice work, you guys. Use an inhale, slowly finding your way back up. You can roll kind of to the left hip. We're going to be bringing our right heel back towards our glutes. So you can stay on your side. You can bring your forearm down, or you can come back to seated. Your foot will be beside your hip. You might feel some love through the top of the ankle. Maybe through the quad, maybe through the hip flexor. You can lean back. You can bend your left knee. Try to square the hips a little bit more. You might even come down onto your forearms or lay all the way onto your back. And not here too long, so just see how it feels today. And then if you are laying down or on your forearms, you can slowly come back up. We are just going to be switching sides. So you can let your right leg go, kind of pivot, turn over to the left side. Options to stay on your side, hug your heel towards your glute, or find that seated position. If your ankle, if your leg allows you to do so, listen to your body. You're going to feel it more wherever you're tightest, the most today. Maybe that's your ankle, not your quad. Maybe that is your quad, or maybe that is your hip flexor. But just play around with it. Maybe bend your right leg. Maybe lay down. Awesome job, you guys. If you are on your side or if you're laying down, start to let it go so that you can bring your left leg out. You can come all the way up into a nice comfy seat. Cross-legged perhaps, just place your hands on your knees. Take an inhale to lengthen your spine. With your exhale, turn your chest towards the right for a twist. Maybe your left hand finds your right knee. Use an inhale, find your way back through center. Exhale, twist the other way. Maybe your right hand finds your left knee. Inhale, finding your way back. Awesome job, you guys. That is it. That is all for today. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed our practice together. And until next time, namaste.